have occurred on set?
There were so many, it's tough to actually remember. Daniel was chief of the pranking, really. For many years, there was the phone gag of turning your language on your phone into Turkish or Arabic or something that was impossible to bring it back in. I believe you had a running with it, didn't you?
Well, Dan used to do it, and of course Dan was 12 or 13 or 14. I was considerably older and should have known better. And I took his phone one day when he was in makeup, and I turned it into Korean, which I thought was hilarious. And I memorized, of course, how to switch it back to English, because it wouldn't be a funny joke if you couldn't. Except that in Korean, it's not the same number in the menu item, and we had to phone the headquarters of Sony Ericsson, and it took like a day and a half, and the joke fell rather flat. And that was the last joke that I played on the set.
I used to smuggle chocolate and sweets onto the set in the huge pockets in the side of the robes, and at the end of the day there'd just be a mash of crisps and melted chocolate, so much so that they sewed the pockets up, I think, on all the robes. The third film. So that wasn't really a prank, but it certainly bugged it up for the rest of us.
I was really boring. I always got these great funny stories, and whenever someone says to me, what's the funniest thing happened, I'm like, I don't know. Rupert threw a dart in my foot once. It wasn't a prank though.
It's hilarious.
I think we need some context. We need some context for this one.
Well, Rupert had this like massive dressing room, bigger than mine. And he had a big, he had this dartboard, and we always go up there to play darts sometimes. Rupert was quite good at it, so that's how I know it was on purpose. And yeah, he didn't mean to hit my foot. He meant to just throw it, near my foot, and it went and lodged straight in my ankle. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, it's not a prank, but I guess it's kind of funny.
I'm thinking back. I mean, it's on the DVD. There is a prank that they actually got on film, because everyone was in on it except Daniel, and it was the scene. I think it was from Prisoner of Azkaban, where all the students are asleep in the Great Hall, and there was a kind of a crane shot that came from really wide, crane down to a close-up on Daniel, who we realise is awake still, and all the other students are asleep. And I walked into the room with Snape, I think, and Filch, to kind of chat with Dumbledore. And they had a little electronic machine with a remote button that made rude bottom noises. And they hid it inside Daniel's kind of pillow that he had on the floor, and then gave the little remote button to Michael Gambon. And at the moment he chose, he would let this noise off, and it was wonderful. But just as the camera craned down, everyone's asleep, it's all peaceful. Daniel's there looking, listening, and then they let off this sound. And Daniel first of all started to snigger, but then the snigger spread throughout all of the kids who were laid on the floor of the Great Hall. It was fabulous. Yeah, it was fun. And it's actually on one of the DVDs. I think you can watch it.
That's awesome. Julia, where'd you go?
I'm right
There she is.